Hey guys, welcome to grammar. Alright, we are still talking about possessive nouns today. And remember, a possessive noun is just a noun, a person, place, or thing that owns something or it has something. It's theirs. So to show possession or to show that they own something, do you remember what we had to add to it? Yeah, we were adding apostrophe S's, and remember the apostrophe is that little thing, kind of looks like a comma, that hangs up in the air. And we practiced this the other day with the pictures that you guys sent me, and we made all of the things that you guys had possessive to show that you own that or it was yours. So let's practice it just a little bit to review what we went over, and then we'll go into our new lesson for today. So we've got Jenny here, and this book belongs to Jenny. Jenny's got her Bible there. It belongs to her. It's hers. So how are we going to show that Jenny owns that book, owns the Bible? Very good. You would have to make it Jenny's book and put the apostrophe and the S after her name to show that it's hers. That's her book. It's Jenny's book. What about this painting that belongs to the little girl? This little girl has this painting. It's hers. Good. The little girl's painting. You put that apostrophe S after the girl because she owns the painting. It's showing you that, hey, it's the girl's painting. All right, we've got Sarah here, and Sarah has some flowers. How are we going to show that Sarah owns her flowers or that they are hers? Good. Sarah's flowers. Put that apostrophe and the S. All right, we have Becca, and Becca is eating some pudding, so it's Becca's pudding. What are we going to do to Becca to show that she owns her pudding? Very good. You're going to put apostrophe S to show that it's Becca's pudding. All right, and then we have this baby, and the baby belongs, or the laptop belongs to the baby. The baby has a laptop. It's his laptop right now. Not sure why they gave a baby a laptop, but oh well. So what are we going to do to show that the baby owns a laptop? Good. You're going to say the baby's laptop. Very good, because the baby owns that laptop. Now, all of these things were, they were people that own things. But we talked about yesterday, or the other day when we went over this, we talked that it's not just people that can have things or own things. There are things that can have other things too. Like if you remember the picture of the chair has legs. The chair owns its legs. It's the chair's legs. Or I showed you that picture of the marker, and the marker has a lid. It's its lid. So we said the marker's lid. So other things can own other things too, and they can be possessive. So for example, this laptop here that the baby has. See the laptop? Yeah, you guys see the laptop. Here's the laptop. Well, the laptop has things too. It has buttons on it, right? You guys all have laptops, and you know it has buttons. It has keys on it. So if I wanted to say the baby is touching the laptop's buttons, I can do that too. I can make laptop be possessive. The laptop's buttons. Oops, buttons. That shows that the laptop can own things too. And all you do is put the apostrophe and the S there to show that anything can own something else, or any person can own something else. It's theirs. So good. It doesn't always have to be people. It can be things that have other things too. Alright, so now we need to get into if more than one person owns something. And that would be like a plural noun, because remember, plural means more than one. So far, we've only talked about singular nouns, like, just one person that has something, or one chair that had something, or one marker. But sometimes, plural nouns can own things too. They can be possessive. For example, in my class, of course, I have lots of students. Students is plural because there's more than one student. There's students. Well, at recess, my students can play with some games I have in my room. Like if it's rainy, sometimes they can sit in and play games instead of having to go outside. Well, all those students share the games. So if I was going to show you that the students all own the games, or it's their games, I want you to look right here at how they had to write that. Right here. Oops. Right here. It's kind of messy, but right there. You can see that the word students has an S because it's more than one. To make it show that it's plural, all you have to do is put an apostrophe at the end. It doesn't need another S because it already has one. I'm going to write students with two S's here with an apostrophe and an S, and I want you just to look at how silly it looks. It's kind of hard to write. Students with an apostrophe S. Look what that says there. Students is students is the students is this games? No, that's crazy. It just sounds so wrong to have two S's. So that's why they only put an apostrophe. You do not need another S because it would sound funny. So it's just the students' games are lots of fun. And you just need an apostrophe at the end, not another S. So let's practice that just a little bit with some more of those plural nouns. Like in this one right here, we've got a couple of girls, and it's their birthday. So the cake belongs to both of them. Maybe they're twins or something, but it's both their birthdays, and they both own this cake. So the cake belongs to the girls. See, more than one girl. If I'm going to write that, this is what it would look like, the girls' cake. Notice where the apostrophe is. The apostrophe is right here at the very end, and they did not put an S after it because girls already had an S. The girls' cake. It already had an S. You don't need another one, just an apostrophe. Same thing down here with these airplanes. There's more than one airplane, and they all have tires. So, of course, the airplanes, own their tires. So if I wanted to say the airplane's tires are full of air, the airplane's tires, I'm going to do the same thing. The apostrophe goes at the very end of the word, and I don't need another S because airplanes already has an S. The airplane's tires have lots of air. Yeah, it already has an S. All right. Now on this one, we're going to do the same thing. The skin of the limes are green. I want to say the lime's skin, it's green. The green skin of the limes. The lime's green skin. Since limes already has an S, I don't need to put another S, just an apostrophe. The lime's skin, or the lime's green skin. I just need an apostrophe because it already has an S. Now this last one up here, all these children, they have hands, of course. They own their hands. But children doesn't have an S. See, children, no S at the end. So on that one, I'm going to write it the normal way. I'm going to put apostrophe and S because children didn't have an S already. So I need an apostrophe and I need an S. The children's hands are covered in paint because it didn't have an S already. The words that already have an S because they're plural, I don't put another S. But if a word doesn't have an S at the end, it's going to need an S. That's not that hard to understand, is it? No. Let's practice that a little bit now. Alright, so basically what we've learned is that if a word does not end in an S, you're going to add an apostrophe S. But if a word already ends in S because it's plural, you're just going to add an apostrophe. That's basically what we've just learned. Let's practice that just a little bit with a few words. How about the word bottle? Because bottles can have lids, they can have labels. What would I need to do to the word bottle to make it possessive, to show that the bottle has a lid or a bottle has a label? Yeah, just put an apostrophe S because bottle doesn't have an S already. So it needs an apostrophe S. Good job. What about a girl. Maybe the girl has hair. How am I going to show that the girl owns her hair, that it's her hair? Yeah, just apostrophe S because girl didn't have an S already. What about books? I have lots of books in my room and they all have covers. So the books have covers. How am I going to show that the books own their covers? Yeah, this time I just need an apostrophe because books already had an S. So just an apostrophe. What about tables? I have a couple of tables in my room and all of those tables have tops. So how am I going to show that the tables all own their tops? Yeah, just an apostrophe on that one because tables already had an S. Yeah, that's not so bad. Just remember, if it doesn't have an S, it probably needs an apostrophe S. But if it has an S, it probably just needs an apostrophe. But, oh, look down here. But be careful. Some words that end in S still need an S. For example, the word dress. See the word dress? It ends in an S, but dress is just one dress. So if I need to show that lots of dresses have flowers on them, so the dresses all own their flowers, I would need an apostrophe S on that one because dress was just singular, it was just one thing. So dresses have flowers, I would need an apostrophe S on that one. But it's only words like dress. That was about the only one I could think of. Oh, I could think of one more. The name Chris. That could be a name of a boy. And you see how Chris has an S at the end? Yeah, but Chris is just one person. So if I was going to show that Chris has a car and he owns that car, I would need to put an apostrophe S on that one to make it Chris's car. So most of the time you're going to follow these rules up here about if it has an S, put an apostrophe. If it doesn't have an S, put an apostrophe S. But sometimes if the word ends in S, you just have to make sure that it's plural because only the plural ones like books and tables need the apostrophe. If it's singular and it has an S, it's going to need the apostrophe S. But we don't have hardly any words that are like that. So don't worry too much about that. Alright, so we are going to practice that a little bit on your lesson today. You're going to see several words and you're going to have to decide if it would need an apostrophe S or just an apostrophe. So you'll have to think about, do they already have S's or do they not have S's, and when they need the apostrophe S or just the apostrophe. And remember, if the word did not already have an S, like bottle or girl, it probably needs that apostrophe S. But if it has an S already, like books and tables, you're probably just going to put an apostrophe because it already had the S. Okay? All right. Good luck on your work, guys. See you later.